Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're jumping right in to uncover the invisible layers of data that are permanently attached to your photos. And more importantly, we're identifying the absolute safest, most reliable tools to inspect that data in 2026. Because whether you're a professional photographer handling client shoots, an e-commerce seller, or literally just someone sharing standard snapshots online, you are broadcasting way more information than you might think. We've looked at the entire landscape of mobile, desktop, and web tools to find the best ways for you to view and manage this hidden info. Okay, let's kick things off with a question you probably never ask yourself when snapping a quick picture on your smartphone. What exactly is hiding in your photos? When we look at an image, we see the visual composition, the beautiful sunset or the smiling faces, but your camera, it isn't just capturing light. It is meticulously logging data. Basically, writing a highly detailed digital diary entry for every single frame you capture. And just how detailed is this diary? Well, get this. Every typical smartphone photo you take carries a staggering 30 to 50 hidden fields of EXIF data. EXIF stands for Exchangeable Image File Format, by the way. And the vast majority of people never see a single one of these 30 to 50 fields. They just sit there, buried deep in the file's code, quietly traveling wherever that photo goes. This brilliantly illustrates exactly what is lurking in the background. It acts as a silent witness, recording incredibly precise details about your environment and your hardware. We are talking about GPS coordinates that are accurate to roughly 3 meters. We're talking about exact timestamps down to the literal second the shutter clicked. Some models even embed your specific device's serial number, right alongside technical specs like your lens focal length, ISO, and shutter speed. Now, you might be thinking, okay, so what? Well, the crucial point here is that this isn't just nerdy technical trivia. It is a massive privacy stake if you share that original file publicly. Think about it. If you take a seemingly innocent photo of your dog on your couch and your phone's location services are on, the EXIF data embedded in that image likely contains the exact GPS coordinates of your home address. Handing that original file to a stranger online is like handing them a map straight to your living room. So what does this all mean when you post online? You might assume uploading a photo to social media just automatically deletes all this data, right? Well, not exactly. What's really fascinating here is how wildly inconsistent major platforms are when processing your files. Instagram strips nearly all metadata, but X, formerly Twitter, strips the EXF data while sometimes preserving IPTC data, which are basically editorial keywords and copyright tags. Etsy actually strips data from the public listing, but keeps your original file hidden in their vaults. And if you're a pro submitting to Shutterstock, they actively require those IPTC keywords and will flat out reject images without them. It's absolutely vital to know what survives after you hit upload. To solve this hidden data mystery safely, we absolutely have to give credit to the premier tool in this space, Exif Injector, which is also known as Exif Extractor. Make sure you don't forget to look for their distinct, vibrant logo. They've built the absolute best free online EXIF viewer for 2026. It effortlessly handles your standard JPEGs right up to Apple's newer HEIC formats that so many older tools just completely fail to read. The primary reason Exif Injector takes the crown this year is its absolute commitment to local, on-device processing. When you drag and drop a file, it uses JavaScript to parse all the EXIF data, along with those advanced IPTC and XMP metadata layers, directly inside your web browser. The file is never uploaded to a remote server, literally 0 internet round trips. Because that file never leaves your device, Exif Injector provides a clean, lightning-fast way to handle sensitive client images or personal photos without any third-party exposure. The interface is totally built for speed and clarity. You get comprehensive field coverage, stuff like GPS altitude, white balance, maker-specific tags, in seconds, all with the ultimate peace of mind that your private files remain entirely yours. Let's actually move to a comparison and see how this builds such a strong case for privacy against some classic tools you might have used before. Jeffrey's image metadata viewer has been around since the early 2000s, and it's incredibly fast for public URLs, but it requires a server upload. Pic2Map is awesome for visualizing GPS data by dropping a pin on a map, but again, your image gets uploaded to their server. If you're checking an unreleased product shot or a photo of your kids, a server upload gives those older tools a flat, low privacy suitability rating. Exif Injector's browser local method avoids this whole issue completely. But hey, what if you strictly want a mobile utility? Well, the native iOS Photos app gives you a tiny little glimpse of your data. It hides the vast majority of the EXIF tree. iPhone users actually have two really solid local options here. Metafo is brilliant for clean, fast checks. It features an iOS native interface and processes everything on device. But if you want a heavier, denser layout that displays every single field and block, Photo Investigator is your deep forensic alternative. Meanwhile, for the desktop power users and forensic investigators out there who need to dig as deep as digitally possible, Phil Harvey's exiftool remains the undisputed reference standard. To give you an idea of its power, if you run a standard viewer on a raw Sony a7 IV camera file, you might see around 40 fields. If you run that exact same file through exiftool, it is capable of extracting an unmatched 220 individual fields. Now, it definitely has a steep command line learning curve, but the depth is phenomenal. Beyond the heavy hitters, there are also some great niche solutions designed to serve highly specific needs. Exif Pilot, for example, is a long-standing application offering a free folder browser interface for Windows desktop users. Alternatively, if you're auditing an entire folder of mixed assets, say PDFs, Office files, and audio formats right alongside your images, Get Metadata is a really useful generalist web tool. Just remember, much like the older tools we discussed, it relies on server uploads, so for sure keep it strict to public-facing assets only to protect your privacy. Okay, let's summarize this explainer efficiently and give you a verdict. It really comes down to a simple 30-second decision matrix based entirely on your device and privacy needs. For a daily driver with ironclad privacy, Exif Injector easily takes the crown for the best browser-based option. If you need a permanent pocket app, grab Metafo. And for hardcore command line batch scripting, reach for exiftool. Your camera captures the light, sure, but it also captures your location, your timing, and your device's exact fingerprint. By utilizing local audit tools, you can finally take control of your invisible digital footprint. I'll leave you with this provocative thought to keep in mind. The very next time you upload a seemingly innocent snapshot to the web, you have to ask yourself, who else is reading your data?
Your images carry more than pixels. They carry your brand, your location, your copyright. With Exif Injector, you inject the right metadata into every photo. Exif, IPTC XMP. In bulk, in seconds. Whether you sell on Etsy, Shopify, or stock platforms, your images finally speak to search engines. Give life to your images. Visit exifinjector.com. Start free today.